Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cinema and Theatre Break Show, where we keep it 100% Kenyan cinema and theatre. And stopping by today is an amazing gentleman. He is an actor, he's a singer, he's a poet, he's a presenter, among many other things. If I do the introduction, nitakuwa nafanya injustice.
But umefanya poa.
Elsaphan, welcome to Cinema and Theatre Break Show.
Thank you very much. I'm so excited. I've braved the rain.
Yes.
Hiyo mvua ilikuwa inanyesha 3:30 but inakaa 7:30. Yani it was so hapo watu walikuwa wanaendesha pole pole. Hata ule mwenye na gari kubwa anatii. Yeah.
But I'm glad we make it.
I'm happy.
Ungeniambia alodeki something came up.
Yeah. Uzuri, I was not going, that's not home. I was coming home ni hivi. So I had to come this way.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Welcome to this show.
Thank you.
First, I'm a fan of you as an actor.
Yeah.
And before we talk about your poetry, because I watched one of your poetry, because I know you as an actor.
Yeah.
But then recently nikaanza kuona umepost music. And then I went to YouTube and I listened to your music. And I was like, okay, this guy can sing.
Yeah.
And then I bumped to a poem you did. It's a long poem and it's very nice on YouTube.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, you are an actor and you've done some, how can I say this? You've done some works that we really love to watch. We've watched, we've enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
How has the journey been, especially in the acting industry, from day one?
From day one. Hey, I think I came out of the womb very active. Hata unajua vile sasa unaangalia sasa ile madhe anasema amekick leo. Madhe alikuwa anasema leo amenyamaza. So I was very very active.
Yeah.
My first ever performance, I remember, we were lip syncing. Unajua ile tu you're not singing, you're playing, na unacheza. So we were doing air guitars with my brother in front of my dad, my mom, and my sister. So that was my first ever performance, I think. And I remember, I don't know if it was my mom or my dad, and they pointed out, huyu anaifanya vizuri, and that's stuck in my mind. It's actually a memory I remember. I think I remembered it last year or this year. Yeah, because kuna memories zingine tu ziwanga zina fade.
Yeah.
And then,
but kuna zile zenye ustick.
Yes, you stick.
Hata kulikuwa myanga aje.
Yeah.
It always walk with you.
Yeah. Ama they'll come back.
They come back, yeah.
So, and then church, my father was very strict. So, my social life ilikuwa school, church, na home. Sometimes when we visit cousins, that was my social life. Si ati kutoka nje kucheza na watu esto. So he was strict in that way. So church became now the place where I'd express myself. Yeah, no kuizo maskits nini.
Kuna zipiga church.
Yeah, church.
Did you start from theater?
I mean, you could say that's theater, kwenda church. Yeah?
Yes.
But now when we went into high school, I never joined drama. Wacha nikwambie. Mimi napenda usingizi yangu. Drama nilienda Dago alafu nikaenda Nairobi school. So Dago they would sleep at 3 sometimes as late as 3 and wake up early as 5. Ati kwenda kufanya sasa rehearsal nikasema
za usiku.
Mimi. No. So I was more into sports. I played rugby and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I never made it to the team.
Which position?
I was blind wing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I was scrum half.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well done. So I never made it to the main team, yeah. But I always had heart. So then I discovered poetry. I remember I read a poem called The Ballad of Squire Curtis. So it was kusoma prose, kusoma ma comprehensions. Zilikuwa zinachokesha sometimes. But I read that poem and I could feel the breeze. It was explaining something. There was a place where kulikuwa na trees nini. Someone was infatuated by this lady, married her. Akamchukia, akampeleka kwa forest, akamuua. Akarudi home. Kurudi home, guess nani anashuka stairs? Ni bibi yake. Akachizi. And it was a poem, so it wasn't at long, and I could feel the breeze, I could feel the intensity of the like and the infatuation, I could feel the hate and the contempt, I could feel the fright of mtu ameshuka. I was just like, this is what I want to do. So that was 2003 after reading the Ballad of Squire Curtis. And that's when I started writing poetry. That was in Form 2.
So this has been part of you?
Yeah, for a very long time.
Amazing.
I was, how old? I was 14. 15, I think. 14, 15, 16, 17, yeah. 14, 15. Yeah. Na hiyo time ndio move from Dago to Nairobi school. So do you remember Boomba Clan?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
Do not touch my car, it costs too much. Sasa, guy called Msengeti. Yeah, alikuwa na kamwanya. Sijui ni kamwanya ama ni kapengo. Yeah, one of them. There was a gap in his teeth. So, I remember Form 2 first term. Sasa before ma Form 1 waingie, we bado ni mono. Sindio? But umepata pembe.
Yeah.
So, akanipea kijiko. You used to stay with your spoon. Akanipea kijiko nioshe. Nikachukua nikamwambia sioshi. Sasa it's unheard of. Unaambiaje? Sasa yeye ni Form 4.
Na wewe ni mono.
Mimi ni Form 2, lakini vile mamono hajaingia. Lakini sasa wewe utanitreat aje ng'ombe hii? So sikumwambia hivyo, lakini behavior yangu ilikuwa hivyo. Kwa mind huko bloody. Akachukua akanipea osha, akasema sioshi.
For real?
Yeah, akaweka kwa table yetu. Akatembea, akatoka. Unajua saa 9 nimrudishie, nikachukua, sikuwa na high table pale walimu wako. Nikapelekea walimu. Alikuwa anaitwa Mabi, sports teacher, nikampatia. Unaona hiki jiko? Ni ule chali pale. Na nikaenda. First of all, the guts. Hiyo usiku nilikujiwa after prep. Nilikapelekwa Form 4 class, nilipigwa mabare yani. But then sasa kwa sababu Mabi. Mwalimu akapiga patrol. Because they have to piga patrol. Msengeti akanitoa, akanipeleka, akasema wewe na usiongee. I don't know how my parents tukifunga. They just told me, I signed some papers before the term ended. And then nikapelekwa Nairobi school. Wow. So now going to Nairobi school and that transition, living that, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yes.
There's so many cases of abuse, bullying, sometimes even sexual.
Yes.
People have even been killed.
Yes.
You know. So you never know. Because hiyo ilikuwa pembe kubwa. Mtu anaweza.
Ulikuwa na guts bana.
Nilikuwa na guts.
Unajua hiyo time bado wewe ni mono actually.
Yeah, bado wewe ni mono.
Kwa hao wengine
hawajakam. Hawajakusabu. Hawajakusabu wewe bado ni. Bado kwa field ya mono. Yeah.
Ulikuwa na guts.
So now leaving
to
Nairobi school and the change. Seeing the difference of that school and this school. Seeing what is not different, maybe attitude, because I learned attitude is everything. Nairobi school had a very different attitude, and that changed my mind on how I looked at things. And I think now that opened me up. Even when I read the poem, I was in Nairobi school. So then there was a lot of changes happening, and I think then it just coincided. And I've been doing spoken word ever since, and writing poetry ever since.
Amazing. And acting?
Acting, because when you're on stage and you're performing, it's like you're doing a monologue.
It is.
Yeah. So I did a lot of that. But then I remember my first play was in 2006. And it was written by my friend called Peter Karengede. Still in church. It was called 40 Minutes to the Chair. He's such a... come on, Peter, write some more. We still talk, but...
Amazing.
Yeah,
you should give us some stories.
Yeah. So that was my first play. And I remember doing the play, and I was feeling like, this thing is easy, and I'm enjoying it. Then the second play we did was called 3 Pastors and a Crime. I think it was adapted by Victor Gatonye, because we went to the same church.
But Gatonye, the director?
Yeah.
Amazing.
But alienda mbele. I never met him, in church. So I did 3 Pastors and a Crime. And I was like, you know what? I really, really enjoy this. Now, ever since I've been acting.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Now, transitioning from doing this in church, poetry and acting and music, how did you now start doing movies and TV?
There is Kenya, a lot of things start in church.
Most of the things.
Most of the things. Because a lot of our social life in those gatherings.
Yes,
a lot of those gatherings iko kwa church. So, okay, I was in St. Andrews. St. Andrews is a PCA church. PCA is not very big on the entertainment. In fact, there was a time, ilikuwa tu, drum, pekee ndio ilikuwa inatumika. So there was a big fight ndio waongeze hizi zingine, you know, and that's just how humans are. We are used to our own patterns.
Yes.
So then you had to move so that you get that experience. So there was Nairobi Baptist. After Nairobi Baptist, you ikiisha, unaenda kwingine. Pole pole, you find the same people that you are acting with or that were ahead of you are going into these spaces. Advertising, production, nini.
Yes.
So I found myself in Mavuno. In fact, my sister, my late sister, she did a Mavuno play, and in that Mavuno play now, when I'm going to watch her, I saw jazz mystery. Not just jazz, jazz mystery.
Jazz, I think I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah, I saw her act. Nikasema, I have to act with this lady. So I auditioned for the next Mavuno. Mavuno used to do Mavuno Easter and Mavuno Christmas. So that was an Easter. So I auditioned for the Christmas. And so I did Christmas, and then the Easter came and I auditioned. I like auditions.
Yes.
I personally like auditions. I know people don't like auditions.
But for me, I feel that's the only way.
That's your performance. Hakuna mwingine anaipiga wewe unajipea wardrobe nini makeup wewe
prepared lines kila kitu
umejidirect, it's your performance. Haya, so kufanya so I did Christmas, then I auditioned again for Easter. I got it. For Easter we acted with George Kagwe. George Kagwe was the Easter play was called Who Took the Body. And it's a musical. These were musicals. So George Kagwe, I was playing Lazarus. In fact, there's a ile song Staying Alive, ile ya Bee Gees. Staying Alive.
Oh yes.
So they even remixed it because now Lazarus is staying alive, you know. So tukaifanya, and then now George
inaanza kuplay.
George was now he was the lawyer. He was defending me, you know, because there's like how are you? Did you even die? Did you know who is Jesus? Nini? Now the way our chemistry.
Yes.
Yefesi, who was also part of production, and Joyce Musoke, who's his wife, they saw us and then they cast us in Briefcase Inc.
Yes.
So when they saw us on stage, wakasema, hey, how really? And then that was my TV series debut.
Yes, on KTN.
On KTN.
Yes. Amazing.
So now from there, unaona, like if you're facing, there's Mugambi. Now later on, Mugambi directed me in my first Christmas play. So pole
do churches still do these things? Because
I don't know.
Because these are good old days, bana. These are good old days, and we have amazing stories from church.
From church.
I wrote and did some stage plays in church.
Me too. Wow. I mean, church will always be a good space for. But what people need to understand is that, and what I didn't understand is that church is its main aim is not to further your career.
Yes.
You know, and that's ukiangalia hapo hiyo unaweza get disillusioned. Ukikaa hapo ukingoja watu wakufungulia. milango. You know, because that's a safe space. You have to hone what you can hone and then now go out there.
Go out.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So acting now, you are.
So it's a transition. So you do this job, and a lot of my work comes from referrals. So umefanya kazi poa hapa, utaitwa hivi. Yes, you go for auditions, but pole. And then you do some projects that you don't think they're going to be. People are going to be watching, because who knows, sometimes.
And people end up watching.
People end up watching, yeah, and then, you know, pole.
How do you manage to marry all these three? Like poetry, acting. And music? Because
dancing, presenter.
And dancing,
yeah.
presenter. How are you able to marry all these?
They come married, you know. Let me tell you, they come married. So it's like asking, how did you get from the gate to here? You open the gate, you walked to the building, you climb the stairs.
But what you do, si kila mtu anaweza fanya.
Okay.
Si watu wengi wanaweza kuwa actor, aimbe, dance, present. Si wote.
It's true. I mean, I don't look at it that way. So you don't get tied in comparing. You know, so I don't look at it like that. I look at it as I'm interested in many things and I try them. And even I'm not trying most of them, because I also procrastinate. I have self-doubt. You know, it's just nature. So how do I do it? First, I'm an artist. So first thing is to express myself. And I can express myself differently, just like we have different languages.
Yes.
There's a switch up, and then I can go to English or whatever, you know. So because of my different interests, I've found ways to express myself. And then I've also been around people who are not telling me, why are you doing that? Unaona, like church, before I used to have like a really bad attitude towards St. Andrew's, PCA, because the things that piss me off about that church, or pissed me off, they still piss me off. But ukiangalia kitu just from the negative side, you'll never really appreciate it. I was given leeway to do me. In fact, I started a spoken word event with my friends called Eve of Poetry that lasted for 9 years. We were doing it monthly.
Amazing.
We missed 6 months. We were doing it monthly. Wow. Yeah. So I was able to, and we were the ones coming up with the theme, with the deco, nini, poster, everything. But we were given venue, electricity, water, parking, you know, all those other amenities we were given. So I was able to, so if you are thinking of even school, and there's a very interesting story of how EOP even came to be and to fulfill what I wanted it to be. If you're thinking of school, you need to go somewhere where there's practicals. I was doing for 9 months, I was on stage.
Wow.
I was on stage. Maybe I wasn't getting paid, but I was on stage. So say ukiniona mbele in front of the camera, in front of the stage, nika Njora ko comfortable. It's because I've been I was doing it for free,
you gave it the time.
I gave it the time without even knowing. That's because I was pursuing something. So to answer you, I've been surrounded by people who are not really questioning, okay, why are you doing this, and that? Also, I'm expressing myself. So even if people are saying that, that's not the thing that's in my mind. Yeah, the thing is like, how will I do this well? You know, yeah.
Amazing. Your acting journey.
Yeah. First of all, nilikuwa tumechill ad. Unakuwa ile tumechill.
Yes.
Lakini hawezi niona. Juu nilikuwa kwa ile scrum. Walishoot Nairobi School, part of it. Yeah, na nilipewa 500 shillings. That was my first job. That was 2000.
Tumechill ilitoka when?
Silikuwa
campaign ya nini?
Matini.
Kuchill.
Na wacha nikwambie, hii wacha nikishow. Let me just, it's a serious thing. Unajua, let me tell you. I can talk about condoms, ndio?
Yeah, you can.
People hii Kenya na musikize. Hii Kenya sasa wanataka nini? They want us to have more children. You know why? Condoms are becoming more expensive. Unajua condom ni kaa class. Sasa unataka katia dem fulani, hawezi enda na trust, si ndio? Unaenda na Durex. Unajua how much Durex imekuwa?
Ama skin.
Do you know how much those things are? Skin is 700. Yani ni more than cab fare to a certain place. Imagine, what is that? How is that even like, makes sense?
But some women are saying,
yeah,
condoms should be more expensive, and then zinaitwaje pads to be free.
Those things are not. They are not.
So I think maybe it's
it should not be an either or. I find kwa either or. Unaget, yeah? Pads should not be expensive. Tuanze tu hapo.
Or sometimes it should be free.
Yeah, they should not. Yeah, they should not be expensive or should be free. You get, yeah? But then also, condoms, those are two different topics. Not just that. There's a friend of mine who says, do not confuse issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
So condoms, yani, ama. I see. You know, when you impregnate a lady, she doesn't have periods. But those things being expensive, and it's 400 and something. 400 and something. Bia ni ngapi? Hizo ni bia mbili. Bia mbili.
So argument yako zinafaa zikuwe cheap ama?
Exactly. Safe sex.
Yes.
You know? Anyway, what are you talking about?
Your first job as an actor ulipata 500.
Oh yeah, trust. Yeah. Can you remember how much trust was that time? Alafu saizi, how much they are?
How much was it? 20 bob, 30 bob?
25 bobs, you nini? I can't remember that time. But now, when I was able to now afford stuff, yeah?
When you are now able to afford condoms.
Yeah, now I was able to afford condoms. You know.
So far.
Yeah, so, that thing we should really look into. It does, honestly, it does not make sense. Our population, our population is younger.
Funguka.
Yeah, so we are sexually active.
Yes.
Even when you think about it strategically, why are condoms expensive? Why? And then you're trying to say to fight teenage pregnancies. You're trying to fight STIs, nini. It does not make sense.
We should talk about this.
Yeah.
We should talk about this. Talk about this. Your acting journey.
Okay. We are back there.
Among the projects that you've done, which one really opened up the doors and introduced you to the industry fully?
I'd say Briefcase Inc. Briefcase Inc. opened me up to everything, the good and the bad. Yeah. So, Joyce Musoke and Yefesi Musoke created a wonderful, and Akina Rohio, Chris Rohio, because it was a joint production. They created a wonderful product. And it prepared me for, because these days when you do, how many pages of a script? 20 pages. What wanasema, nye tumeskuma.
Yeah.
We used to do 35 scenes.
For real?
Yeah, in a day. Yeah, and I don't remember feeling tired. Wow. You get, so sometimes I'm on set, I'm like, mi hapa hakuna kazi mimi nimefanya, which is a good thing because then we are taking more time to take shots and nini. That time you have to fight for because you don't have a big budget, so they are cutting cost everywhere.
Yes,
they're even using their own homes to shoot. You know, so.
But I love what they did with it because if you could watch Briefcase Inc. from ilikuwa na class.
Ilikuwa nayo, ilibebwa, and yet it was relatable. Yeah.
There's this guy who was acting alongside you. I don't know, I remember his name, but ilikuwa
George Kagwe. George Kagwe,
yes. You created an amazing product, and kudos to the creators of that show. So Briefcase Inc. now.
It opened me up because it opened me up to that side, the hard work, which I was already used to because of EOP and church. And church, when you're involved, you do almost everything.
Yes.
So it just found me at the right place. And Akina Joyce and Yefesi just created such an environment. You almost don't feel like you're being directed, but you are. You know, when you look back, you're like, oh yeah, but some of the choices I made were because of some of the things they said. And the script was so well done, and then they cast so well, so you just fit in like a glove, but then also I saw the ugly side. Because it was a joint production, each production has its own culture. So sometimes there would be a clash. Yeah. And just by nature. Now the ugliest side is up when you're dealing with the broadcasters. Hey. Do you know how I found out it was cancelled? Or it was at if season finale. Unajua vile unaweza fanya episodes sijui ka 13 na unajua iko episode 10. So you know there are like 2-3 other episodes.
Yeah.
Me Facebook too naambiwa haya it's season finale.
Also the broadcaster
just put their season finale. No one knew. No one knew. And then some Magendos. You get. Na KTN, I know you have changed. I hope. You know. I hope. You know. Because sometimes it's not usually everyone. It is the higher ups. And some of them were already removed. Yeah. The higher ups make certain decisions and they put everyone else at risk. Yeah. So I got to see that side. I also got to see the side where you're part of this really popular show. There were very many popular shows at that time. I remember it was Wednesday. Now the other show that was super popular is Machachari. It was coming at the same time, and yet people were still watching us.
Yes.
You get.
Yes,
so we were able, and Machachari was there before. So I wouldn't say Atituli or overtake, but we held our own. So I'm being part of such a popular show, and then you don't have the money or the showbiz to show for it. You get what I mean? So I got to see all those sides. So it really opened me up to the industry. I mean, there have been other projects like Kati Kati, which has exposed me to an international audience. But I was prepared by Briefcase Inc. Because now when I go to Kati Kati, we're not working as hard as, you know, trying to put a character, ensuring that it is consistent in the different takes. You know, I was already used to that work because of Briefcase Inc. Without knowing. So by the time Kati Kati nanipata, I was ready.
I watched Kati Kati.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
Mkiwa na kina Ogola.
Yes. That's my favorite scene. Pali tumeka. If you guys can go watch Kati Kati, where we are seated on a bench, and Ogola and I are having a conversation. That's my favorite scene. It's my top 5 favorite scenes that I've ever shot.
Wow.
The chemistry was just there. I was in it.
Wow.
Tukikat, nimetoka. Tukiroll, I'm back. Yeah, and because of my scene partner. Yeah.
Amazing. At the industry,
Yeah.
by the moment you join the industry, and now, what will be your take on it?
My take is we're doing well. We have growing pains, but we're doing very well. We have to think long term, like 100 years.
From now.
Yeah, from now. And then we look at all the problems and as opportunities. You know, I think that's it's not even being optimistic, it's being practical, because what you concentrate on is unaona vile kaa horse kwa movies wanasema pali unaangalia ndio horse itaenda. So tukishinda tukiangalia hii kitu ndio tutaenda
hapo.
Yeah, so we have to paint the picture that we want. And then also I think, like I was saying earlier, we are not as monitored by the government. Yeah. Hata sahi mkiwatch, they will never monitor us like oil.
Yes.
And coffee. You know, they will never. So it's our opportunity to really milk it for what it can be.
Entertainment is one of those industries. And your government, especially our government, cannot really monitor vile vizuri. So kuna opportunity for us to make something.
Plus, they don't even know how to. We don't know the potential of our entertainment. Yeah, think about it. If I say ni kama drama, ni kama video, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
If I tell you, describe for me the Energizer battery as UN, you might not be able to. ati design nini, or how many times they have changed it. But you remember ni kama video. So how powerful is that?
Na ile mbonoko.
Yeah, na mbonoko. How powerful is that?
Yeah.
So we're just not able to see to monetize. But that's not that is something that we can figure. We are creatives. You know, we can actually sit down and figure it out, and we are. People are. The social media has really opened people up to different things. I was late to the party, but when you look at someone like Pascal, Pascal, ukiangalia hiyo story yake, Pascal, we were with him in Groove Theory. There was a musical series we did called Groove Theory.
Yes.
But Pascal used to do this. Yani dad jokes zake ni kama anamkanga asubuhi, anapanga anaandika hizo dad jokes. Alafu sasa anaanza kuzitoa polepole. Unajua? Yeah. Then he started recording it. You could see his pages getting traction. And you could see anyone who like in the film would be able, hey, this guy has a way of telling the story. Because he's not just saying the dad joke. There's a pause he has and stuff. I don't know. I'm just uku. Then he started directing ads. You know, pole like that. Yani, unaona, I've even lost my train of thought. We were talking about the industry, isn't it?
The industry, yes. The current state of
the
the industry.
current state of the
when
industry.
You joined the industry and now.
So saying social media has really opened us up to several things. And people like Pascal, like his story proves that we can make it in this industry. You know, because of just where he started and then where he ended up being. Kwa hiyo show Selena, like he was, when you talk about Kenyan acting at that point, he was the one.
He was there. He's Pascal.
It's Pascal. Pascal is a guy who was leading, you know. And then there's Brian Ogola now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just by looking at that example, Pascal anaendesha gari. So kuna mtu anamwekea mafuta. Pascal anakula. So kuna mtu anamuuzia chakula. Pascal anaishi kwa hao. So kuna mtu either anapewa rates ama anapewa rent.
Yes.
Unaona? Pascal akona atoi. So kuna diapers na ama nini ama school fees. Kuna shule ilikuwa school fees.
Yes.
Aya. Take a movie like Life of Pi. Life of Pi ni Tiger nini.
Yes. I remember the movie.
SFX was like hundreds, if not thousands of people. All those people have children, all those people have people where they're living, all those people have to pay tax. Get? So kuna a whole thing that is waiting for us to exploit. And I think we are on the right track.
We're on the right track. There's a time ilifika, you went missing from acting scene. I don't want to assume. Maybe what happened?
I don't know. Ni job. I can't get it. You may decide, I no longer want any audition. Ni job too. Job haikuwa imekam, or I was doing theater, you know. So I've always done a project, even looking back, I've always done a project here or there for acting or stuff, but being on TV, ni ukipass audition. Ukipass audition. And it doesn't mean that I'm not a good actor. It's just at that time.
You are.
Yeah, it's just at that time that director or that casting director didn't want my particular face, you know, or build. You get, I'm sure some of them also don't like me. You know,
there must be a reason. There must be a reason.
No, but we're human.
Wakupendi.
Nasema, you know, like, kama spendi Arsenal. Kuna time. So if I was to be told to choose between Missy wa Manu, but Missy wa Mse wa Arsenal. So there's no rhyme or reason.
All right.
I'm not saying that there's a particular like a conspiracy.
All right.
So I just wasn't working. I didn't get work at that time. But it's not by choice.
Amazing. Hope to see you back on our screens.
I'm coming back. Kwanza kuna series tumefanya na Draka, CJ3, the guys who did Pepeta. Yeah. Wenye walishinda Kalasha.
Amazing.
So there's a series we are doing called Foreplay.
Can you call this segment the return of Elsaphan.
I never went. I never
You were
went.
still around.
I was still around.
Amazing.
Nika ile kikombe, unajua zile, wacha nikishow. Ile, unajua zile sahani za wageni. Ni vile amkuwa na wageni.
Sasa ziko tu pale.
Sasa wageni wamekaa, alafu sasa tuna
I'm happy for you, bro.
Yeah, thank you. And also a movie with okay, the movie is A Free Country. It's called A Free Country by JJ. You know JJ and
yes,
Howie. Yeah. So the ones who produced Irregardless, they play. Is it Chatterbox? It's not Chatterbox. I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the production. But
Becky Box or Chatterbox?
Chatterbox.
I think it's Chatterbox.
It's Chatterbox, yeah? Yeah, a very good film. It's called A Free Country.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So there
we can't wait to watch
projects, yeah.
We can't wait to watch you, Bana.
Yeah.
You had some of those actors, once you watch them, you keep on asking, umsiako happy, give us more, give us more. And I'm happy. The guys who made Pepeta, I have so much respect for them. And if they are coming up with something else, we are waiting for it. Let's talk about music, Bana.
Yes.
The reason why actually, inaitwaje past tense ya slide?
Slid. Yeah. Unatoa E.
Unatoa E. Karibu niseme slided.
Slided. Wangeelewa.
The reason why niliku DM was I saw a couple of music umepost IG because sikuwa nakujua from that angle. Nikuwa nakujua as an actor. And then I was like, no, let's talk about this guy. Let me call him. You have a new album. A new album out. Tell us about it. How is it?
So, let me just tell you the genesis.
Yes.
2020, the world stopped. Because of COVID.
Yes.
But mine had stopped earlier because I broke up with my girlfriend, the mother of my daughter. It was a rocky relationship. I messed up a lot. I cheated. I wasn't. There are so many things that I did not outgrow. I wanted love, but there are things I didn't outgrow. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the sole reason why it failed. It takes two to tango. Yes. But I'm taking responsibility because it's relevant to my story. So 2020, we broke up. And then the world stopped. You get, So now I am at home. How I break up? Alafu unanidingi vitu za kukudistract. Hiyo time hakuna kitu.
Ni wewe na
wewe. Alafu I was broke as well. In 2019 February, I was flown to Kigali to perform spoken word. Paid for.
Amazing.
Hiyo ijashika pesa yenye tunalipwa. The next year 2020 hata 30 bob singekuwa nayo. And this was because of all the stress I had invited in my house. Because kuna visa zingine kama artist, kuna some things you say, and if you don't correct them, they become your way. So there are so many things nilikuwa na profess over, being an artist, I'm deep. So zilini kanganya. That's me taking responsibility.
Yes. Which is a good thing. Which is a good thing.
So when you have a lot of stress and you don't put your house in order, pesa tu inaendanga. Mara sijui unanunua hii. You can't even tell where the money has gone. At that time I was paying rent for 10k in Limuru. Ile pesa nililipwa, ningelipa rent for the whole year. But sikulipa, where did that money go? I don't know.
You can't account for it.
I can't account for it. Anyway, so the world has stopped. And I'm like, okay, we've broken up. And I'm like, okay, now how am I going to process? What's going to happen? Okay, do I get back to her? Do I try? And I tried to get back with her for a while. It didn't work out. But as I'm doing that, I start writing. And then you start looking back and you start to see things. That's when my eyes were open to, oh, damn. Hey, I've messed up in so many places. Now, I knew cheating was bad, but it's also the things I'd say. I'm like, why would I say that? And then I realized I've also been hard on myself, and that's why I'm hard on others.
Others, yeah.
So your process yote nikaandika a poem. Nika Kimeto is a producer, a pianist, yeah, extraordinaire. So I was like, okay, I need to create content because so many people are creating content, sindio? So nimeandika, and I need to give it to this musician. I was already writing rap before. I'd written rap songs, I'd released, yeah, but then it was kind of hard to write. So nikapatia, I needed to give this pianist Kimeto. I was like, if I'm giving him, I need to have some sort of structure. Nika ikona bars kama mizani. Unakumbuka mizani? Vina mizani zini, yeah. So I wrote it in a way that is structured. It almost has a musicality to it, yeah. So when I gave him, and then he put the music, when I listened to it back, I was like, see, this is rap. Yeah. So like, okay. Then I went to YouTube. I started just typing beats. I found beats, and then I started writing to them. One by one, it just became, now the 10,000 hours. You know, vile watu sema you do 10. So I started to do it, yeah. Okay. And I was already writing poetry, so words for me came. As long as I got that line. Nikaendelea. Between 2020 and now, I've written over 100 songs.
Amazing.
Yani just, okay, I listened to a beat. In fact, just now I was writing a song. Because I was just listening to something, and then now it's easy because it's like your brain has been rewired. So you've written these songs, you've been processing the heartbreak, processing life, processing all these things. Pain is such a good motivator for an artist, you know, because you need to process it, yeah? And then I was like, okay, so you have this music, what are you going to do? So I performed several live. I did one in 2021. I recorded it. It's out there. It's is it called Njora? I'm for the fans. I think it's called For the Fans. It's a 30-minute thing. It's not the greatest, not most professional. 2022, my sister passed away in 2021.
Yes, I saw recently on your Insta you had...
I had put,
Yes,
it was her birthday, April 19th. So 2021, that was devastating. So I'm going through a heartbreak, and then now
your sister,
my heart is just shattered. So I did 2022 on her birthday. I did a tribute, which I performed some of my music and some of the songs that I wrote for her. Then 2023, that was last year, isn't it? Last year I was invited to Cheche live sessions to perform my music.
Cheche Gallery.
Yeah, Cheche Gallery, yeah. So by then I'd already reached out to so many producers, but finally, not so many, a couple of producers, and then finally I landed on Riga, Charles Riga, Chumbani Media, and that's where I found a home. And it was like, some beats, instead of recreating them, it's like, Njora, so you can buy. So me obviously sijanunua vitu online nini, so naogopa. Unaweza kuna kwa uoga usema sasa utanunua aje? Nikaelezewa. Once I bought that first beat, nikabuy zingine. I bought some from him. I'd already purchased some from others, and then I took some songs because there are so many. I was like, okay, this one they look related. Yeah. Because I made it a mixtape. Then I played for Mugambi Nthiga. He said, you guys, this is an album. And from there I was like, oh, okay. It's an album. And then now we're here. So it's called Njora Manjaro.
Njora Manjaro.
Yeah.
Njora. Guys, listen to this album. Njora Manjaro.
Yeah.
And the album, you dropped it on YouTube.
Dropped it on all platforms.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on Deezer. Wherever you find your music, wherever you stream your music, you can find it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Njora Manjaro. Yeah.
And this music journey, you are in it for it.
From the beginning, one of my heroes, two of my heroes, Sylvester Stallone, Rambo.
Yes.
Now Michael Jackson. Yeah, I can't sing like Michael Jackson, but he moved me. You know, Ata Sylvester Stallone moved me. My favorite movie, Rambo 3.
Amazing.
C1, 2.
Amazing.
3.
Amazing.
Kwanza kuna place, wana fight kwa desert. Anakimbia, msee anatoka kwa tank. Kwanza anatoa, ni mkono kwanza anatupa hivi, afu anatoa kigun, inamshoot. Unasikia, that's the exact sound enda ucheze utasikia exact sound. Na kutoka hapo I think hapo ndio alienda kwa cave akajichoma.
Memories bana.
That's my favorite movie, and the way I felt watching that movie is the way I want to make people feel when they watch me. Yeah, even if it's close, something that you can never forget. So music, now back to music. Music has always been something I enjoy. Yeah,
I listened to some of the songs from the album. And they take you somewhere. The songs take you somewhere. And then once the music is down, what I did in the balcony, came back. Because, of course, I'm meeting you. I need to know. I had to listen to the music when I saw it on IG. And that's why I normally say, but we need to tell our stories. Because no one can tell our stories better than we do. Because for me, sikuwa najua where this music is coming from. I try to guess, maybe inaweza kuwa the sister. And sikuwa nimejua that side, and I didn't react on the post. Because you know, there are sometimes you see post unashindwa, ulike, ulove, weke tears, weke nini, alafu unalenga. Especially if you don't know the story.
If you don't know the story.
Unalenga. So I was like, is the music coming from this place? You've done an amazing job on that, on the album. And
I'm very proud of even the people we collaborated with. Watuka Manase, some of these musicians, even Riga. You know, like
Riga is
award-winning.
Yes.
So even for them to accept, okay, so in terms of the things that I can do, talent-wise, music is iko chini in terms of my skill level. Hizi zingine ziko juu. They are years ahead. So, and then my friends are years ahead in terms of music. Wow, you should hear them sing, yani kwa rehearsal tu, uko, what? So rap, kwa sababu nafanyanga spoken word, that one I'm a bit at home. But then again, I'm not Calligraph Jones, I'm not trying to be Calligraph Jones. I'm just saying, ini flowers napatia Calligraph. Napatia Kina Nyashinsky. Because now these guys, like even listening to them, you're just like, hey, how fun.
People say I'm old school, but I still listen to Immortal Technique.
Immortal Technique.
I still listen to it. I still listen to it.
When was the last time I had Immortal Technique?
I still listen to it. I remember those are the type of the songs zilikuwa back in the days when you listen to just the lyrics. You get, and it's kind of rap, crank, nina. I remember kuna kina 50, now Tupac, now nina. That's comparing that to you, I will say you have your own voice, and I think you found it.
Yes.
If 5 years from now, if you switch to Kali Amashinsky,
people will notice. But what I was saying is like, so like, and that's good that you say, because you find your voice. It has been my guiding principle with everything that I do. Just find your voice, express yourself. So even in spoken word, the world of spoken word, there are people like the Dan Mwangi is number 8, who's now a NTV presenter. Dan Mwangi would shut the show down. Angepanda your stage, Kwisha. Ama Teardrops. There's also another guy called Wallace. There were so many people, even ladies like DC or Banda. And now, because I was running the event, no one wants to come after. So then you just have to write your name there, at least who will come after. And so you had to find what's unique about me. And then you just stick to that. So now coming to of the things. So music has not. It's the thing that I've had to work the hardest to do. Acting came naturally. Spoken word. Remember the poem immediately. Nikajipata. So I've really worked hard, and I'm so happy that the people chose to collaborate with me or accepted my call. Because akina Wendy K, kina Manase, Kendin Konge, Riga, M3, Mbogwa, Jojo Chola, like just the musicianship, you know. Hii ni album najua nitasema, because these people are just growing. So nikisema ati, yeah, I have an album with Manasseh, Jojo, Kendi, all these people in one album. What was how did you even do it? Yeah. So I'm really proud that we've been able to do this.
Yes.
And it's not the last one. There's a lot of work to do, even pushing it. So go listen to it.
Yes, please.
Like, share, comment, Nini.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please listen to this album.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these are the music that you listen and hear the words.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
Now
Now you've discovered your voice. You're coming back on screen.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
I think, of course, the life of an artist, it's better told by the audience. Hey, manze, sijui muandike hiyo mahali.
Sound philosophical.
It's better told by the audience. Because they're the ones watching.
Yes.
They are watching the story unfold. I am the story. So I can't really tell you this is it, because for the audience, they're going to see what pops. Yes. But my life continues. I'm a father of 3. Amazing. In fact, I was dropping my kids. So I'm a father of 3, 2 different mothers. Yeah, immediately spread seed. Now, what let me tell you, sir, Durex, yeah? Na hizi condom companies zingine. Anyway.
Ukona beef na wase wa condoms.
Call me, man. Call me. Kani subsidies mnataka to pair.
But 3 bado. 3 you don't need a condom. 3 bado. You
3,
need to, yeah, 3 bado.
Okay. So
3 bado.
Because I've also not settled with any of them, any of the ladies. But I don't regret. I don't regret my kids. One thing that from St. Andrew's days, a group of friends, we said, wherever the kid comes from, that's your kid. So there are these foundational principles that, like when I was telling you, I was never around a group of people who said, stop doing this, or,
Yes.
So there's a lot of encouragement, So I don't regret my kids. In fact, my kids give me purpose.
Amazing.
They give me, I pender my children. I do. I don't love children, like general. Ati naona mtoi amsema, kwanza wenye watembea, you have to earn my friendship. Kuna watu wengine wenye ni diamonds.
You're very right. You're very right.
Tu ni mtoi,
because you just never know.
You just never know.
Never know.
My kids for sure, I pender them.
You pender them sana.
Sana.
Amazing.
And it's co-parenting is a difficult thing, but parenting is a difficult thing. Life is a difficult thing. We just have to find the pattern and the rhythm that works for us. And we are in the process of doing that. Or rather, let me say I'm in the process. Because siati, now tumeshikana with the mother and me, atiza apana, ni ile I'm in the process of figuring out those different relationships. But I'm involved in my children's life, because that's what a father does. Chris Rock says this thing. Can I cuss in this podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. So talk. Chris Rock says, I love the black man, but I hate the nigger. Nigger wants credit for shit they're supposed to do. Nigga be like, I take care of my kids. Nigga, you're supposed to take care of your kids, you low expectation motherfucker.
It's your responsibility.
It's your fucking responsibility, So, and on top of that, one of the things that I learned now after the heartbreak and all those things, when your world comes tumbling down, and then you're finding yourself, you realize that responsibility, the thing that we run away from as men, for good reason, because it's a heavy burden. The responsibility gives you discipline, and then like Eliud Kipchoge said, discipline is the true freedom. That's what I learned. Now in this, because I went through a depressive state.
Yes.
Even when unaona nika unatoka kitu kingine kinatokea.
What kept you going through all this? What kept you going and you're like, I will come from this?
Yeah. It's a very good question. maybe not thinking about what's going to keep me going. Yeah, I don't think I thought of it. I think I was in the moment. There are some things that when you go through, there's not much you can do other than feel it. So I just had to feel it.
And go through it.
Go through it. Some of the decisions I made, thank God, helped me, you know. But I also went through some dark places. But funny enough, even in those dark places, maybe because I'm a positive person, maybe there's also, I'm optimistic. I also have a childlike energy, you know. I like to laugh. I like to make people laugh. I don't know what kept me going, but I'm here.
You went through it.
Yeah, I went.
You went through it.
Yeah, I went through it. Yeah.
As artist.
Yeah.
And I must recommend you for going through it and facing it.
Yeah.
Most of us artists, most of the artists.
Not perfectly though.
Yes.
I didn't do it perfectly. Yeah, I went through it. Yeah.
We get to these stages in some in our industry.
Yeah.
And most of artists are fighting mental wellness.
Yeah.
And it's something that we said on this show.
Yeah.
We will engage artists so that when you share your story, someone else sees your story and anasema, hii yangu hata labda ni kidogo. I can go through this. Now, looking at your story, you're going through a breakup. You've lost your sister. COVID is here. There's no, and you went through this.
And brokenness.
And brokenness. And brokenness with the children. Bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then there's no grace for a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
People expect you to make things work.
Make it work. Yeah.
Whatever you're going through.
Yeah. And it's not even to ask for pity or a tit move. It's just a reality for all the men out there who maybe are starting out with children and stuff. There's no grace for you. You have to find it within yourself. And so that even as with your family and your kids, when they need that, you'll be able to tap into a source. Sele saa mtu yangu aseme, hey, manze hii maisha imenishinda. I can tap into, okay, 2021, this time. You know, okay, let me sit you down, let me share mine, and then maybe you can learn from it. Yeah.
Amazing.
So mental space, yeah?
Mental space.
So, also times have changed. The pressures that we have are very different.
Yes.
I tell my I have 2 boys, 1 girl. So I was having a conversation with the boys and I was saying something that I've been told. So this is not an original thought, it's something I've been told in affair, that we are all facing this day for the first time. As much as I am whatever age, you know, you and I are facing this day for the first time. You know, so I think when you open yourself up to something like that, you realize no one has figured it out.
We are here, all of us, for the first time.
For the first time.
And all of us have to figure it out.
And then you get to give people grace. Because like my father, who I grew up saying, we anajua everything. You know, or my mother, we anajua everything. They're also facing that day for the very, very first time. Yeah. Including the president.
I've never looked at it that way.
Including the president.
Wow.
And our MPs and our CSAs and our, you know, including hata hizo companies are condoms.
Njora wa Manjaro. You are a great storyteller. You're a great storyteller, and we can keep going.
We can.
There is a young actor, a young musician, a young poet, who wants to join in this industry.
Yeah.
They are trying to figure out how can I join this
Yeah.
industry?
Yeah.
What is that one thing you can tell them, like especially
Yeah.
on, I'll say as it is,
Yeah.
looking at situations and complaining and embracing situations.
Yeah.
Because we get to positions, we look at things, either we complain, either we embrace it, either we go through it. What can you tell them, those who are coming in the industry?
Okay. What can I say? Join the industry. If this is what you want to do, join. Know that like fighting. So there's this thing I saw in fighting, UFC, the MMA, mixed martial arts. Your training is going to show. If you trained hard, it will show. If you didn't, it will show. There is a disease in our industry called complaining. You know, we are good at it. We complain a lot, and there's a lot to complain, you know. But we can also poison your mind. So if you're coming into this industry, educate yourself on what the issues are. Accept them, because you're coming into the industry. Accept the issues. Find your way. Define who you want to be at the end of it, because we are not always going to be in this thing. Define who you want to be at the end of it, practically. You know, be practical about it, and then now work towards it. That work is going to show. It will. Hata saa zingine ukiona extras. Something before niseme hiyo extras. A guy called Shem Odhiambo, who's a producer, once told me, Njora, it's not that you're the most talented, it's that you're available. Available means that you are on time. You come knowing your stuff. If it's your lines, when you need to know them, you know them. Your blockings, you are a team player. Your time, like I can even go further and say, when it's your time to shine, you'll shine. When it's time for someone else to shine, you'll even give them the light. Be available, be professional, and it is hard work. It's hard work. Yeah. So, but if you want to, come, join us. We need all the talent that we can have. We not just talent, but we need minds. We need people, especially these younger people who see something very fresh. I was playing chess yesterday with my 6-year-old. He's turning 7. He doesn't know the moves. So him is playing vile tu anacheza. I'm not great at it, but I'm definitely better than him. Yeah. And some of the moves he was making, because he doesn't know the complete game, they were better than the ones I was making at certain points.
Wewe mwenye unajua.
Mimi mwenye najua nikasema, I never thought of it. Yeah. I had never opened like that. So like what they have, watch our trust to mkuje mujaribu make mistakes. And then we can learn from them. But no one is going to give you. Kwanza huku, no one is going to give you. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming on Cinema in Theatre Break Show and sharing your story.
Thank you. Or at least part of it. Yeah,
yes.
It's such a, even you, if you were to start telling me your story, we can't even. I went for an audition. Let me tell you, I went for an audition with this guy. And then there was the executive producer. Hata kutaka kunismile. Aliniangalia hivi.
Ni character yake.
Ni character yake ndio.
He's a quiet guy.
Yeah. His face is not quiet.
He's a quiet guy.
His face says volumes.
He's a quiet guy.
Yeah.
Some of us face zetu kwa hivyo. Sometimes that's who we are. That's who we are. He watches this show, so ataona.
Yeah. So, but me, I'm open for auditions. Yeah. I'm a versatile actor. I can do. Nicole.
Yes. I wanted you, to just give us a parting shot, so that also we can get to know. I always like telling our audience to follow you, our guests, and not necessarily for numbers or views, but to tap into your creative works. So you are on Instagram?
I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on TikTok.
Yes.
I'm on YouTube. You can find me as Elsaphan Njora. or at Elsaphan Njora.
Yes.
Follow, like, comment, share. It goes a long way. Listen to the music. Let me know what you think. Usually I respond.
Yes, yes, he does.
Yeah.
He does. He does. He
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
As we close,
Yeah.
there is a story that you shared on Instagram.
Yeah.
Ulikuwa unafukuza kakuku
Oh.
kwa shamba.
Yeah.
And from the comments, I think there was a story towards a story on it.
Yeah.
You were giving us a story. I think it's how you are.
Ile ya pombe.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, 2020, I'm drinking because I'm like, I'm not taking this sober. You know, so many things are falling apart. Yeah. So I was drinking a lot. I was drinking. And then I don't go out drinking. I drink at home. Or I used to. I stopped drinking. It's almost 2 years now.
Congratulations,
so, thank you. Yeah. And I mean, I support drinking. It's just that I'll see why I stopped. And my mom noticed, because now I moved back to my parents. This is someone with 3 kids, 2 different women moving back to his parents. Because I can't be paying rent, and then I don't have money to send to my kids. Yes. So it was a strategic decision. I go, I just start drinking. I can't take. Yani kufikiria hizi mambo ni ngumu. I'm not taking this sober. Me and sober, no. So one day, my mom, because my mom is obviously mothers, they notice. Even the fathers notice.
When you change.
Yeah, when you
wanajua.
Huyu. And then so sana arudi kwa nyumbani, so she can see I'm drinking. Yeah. Set aside drinking, I was drinking, but now say ikakuwa excess. Kasema, one of these days when I just like slept for such a long time, and you can smell pombe. So akaniambia twende tu tulime kwa shamba. And so we went, we cleared. In fact, kulikuwa na mahali hapo kulikuwa tumetupa takataka. So kwa broken glass, and so we had to clear that first, alafu tuchimbe. Unaona? And then we continued. Kidogo tukaeka fence. Kidogo ndio hiyo tunapanda vitu. Kidogo hiyo 30 bob yenye siku afford. My parents own a piece of land that was a bit farther from home, yeah? But it was 30 shillings. I couldn't afford that. But I could afford pombe sometimes. So
Sijaielewa.
Pesa ya pombe.
Inapatikanaga.
Wow. And so hata hiyo wengine nilikuwa nalima. And that thing started to give me some work. Gives you dignity. For me, it gives me dignity. And I think someone said it for guys, sometimes we treat male depression as female depression, where you need words of affirmation. Sometimes for a guy, you need something that gives you back dignity. Na sana sana inakuanga work. So so I started working, and that things it guided me. I wasn't out of the woods, but naona vile you're in a dark place, alafu mtu anasema hebu nishika hivi ama enda hivi. We feel tu hivi. Aoni, but at least you have a direction you're going. So that really helped me. And that's when I was like, in the song, hiyo nimetoka nakumbuka nikitafuta riziki chupani, but sifiki, ni kama siri. Nakumbuka nikitafuta nafuu hapo nyumbani, but sisikiki, nimejipiti. I was lost in the hay, bila pin sina say. Akili ziko days na direction kawa phased. Bila space ama pay, niko broke bila place. So machozi ziko shy, yet uzuni iko high. Juu kama mwanaume sometimes ni ngumu kulia. Uzuni iko juu lakini huwezi lia. So unasema machozi ziko shy, yet uzuni iko high. But time ina move on either way. Uchungu si permanent. Depression si residence. Healing ni precedence. Juu sasa ni evident. Redemption ni evident. Salvation si nonsense. You know, so nimetoka very far. Kupigana kuzozana hapo moyoni. Sasa mimi niko hewani na my blessings tuna dance to my odi. So yeah, so that's the genesis. So I wrote that song I think a year after what I was going through, after the darkest period. But it was like almost a chronicle of that. Yeah.
Can I stand to be corrected? Music saved you from your darkest moments.
I think something God did. Music was the expression of that journey. Yeah. Art was the expression of that journey.
How was your parents, your mom, dad, played in terms of like when you are trying to get back on your feet, now working with them?
Yeah. I think at that time I needed familiarity. I needed to be in a safe space. And my parents, first of all, how many parents, not all parents can welcome their their children back.
Yes.
So being at home, being able to see my dad, my mom, my brother, my sister, the cats, the sheep, the chicken, the space that I've grown in, regardless of how painful life was. And it's not just me who was going through pain. My ex was going through pain. The mother of my, there was a lot of pain around my story. There were very many people going through pain, and I was also feeling pain for making them feel pain. It may not be evident to them, but it haunted me. Even today, I don't want to make people feel pain. So, but being around a space where it's like, kuna chakula. Okay, sawa basi wewe lala. Okay, si ukuje tufanye hiki kitu pamoja. Where you feel like everyone is just like, that really, really helped me. Yeah. So music didn't save me. Art did not save me. Art is my expression. I'm going through the journey. So through art, you get to get glimpses of the journey. Yeah.
Wow. The best thing, guys, you can do is to go and listen to the album.
Yeah.
And I recommend them to listen to your poem.
Yes.
Please listen to.
Yeah.
You need to tap into this guy's creative aspect.
And Twende, watch Twende, the travel show.
Yes.
I did Twende. It was only mid last year, that now
Twende is on NTV.
On NTV.
Yes. Yeah.
That's I was aware because I'm going through grief, and I didn't understand why people ask me, okay, how do you get to that? I can't remember how we get to that because I wasn't present. I'm not lying to you, because like when I go to those, like Chala, when I saw Chala, Chala, I was just like, how does this place exist in Kenya? And I didn't know.
Wow.
But then you're in that moment, but then once you go back to the car, then you zile feelings zote zenye ulikuwa umeweka kando zinakuja sasa, zinarudi kama Venom. Unacheki movie ya Venom inakuja
kama tena.
So but I wasn't aware, so it's only last year that now I was like, oh, I'm traveling. Oh, this is the road. Oh yeah, we passed through this road. Yeah, so now is when my mind is like, oh, okay, but some things I can't really remember kabisa, because I was going through that. But being a performer and knowing how to be true to the moment, regardless of what's going on in your life, has helped me to be able to do that show.
Amazing. Guys, watch Twende. And are you still posting the episodes on YouTube? Or they have just to watch it?
Just brief like episodes, But if you want to see the episodes, you can just go to NTV, ntvkenya.co.ke. You'll find all our episodes.
Because kuna some nimewatch, and then online section, kuna zino you keep search and also get comments, guys asking, za YouTube ziko wapi, za YouTube ziko wapi. So guys, watch Twende. It's he's doing amazing showing our
with the
country.
Team. With the team,
Kenya is a beautiful country.
Extremely.
Kenya is a beautiful
with beautiful
country.
Women. So skiza Durex.
It's a wrap, guys.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You didn't even know. It's a wrap.
Kwaherini. Thank you for watching.
Aya.
Durex ilikufanyaje? Thanks.